Hello and welcome to the channel. Ijaw Niger Delta Group leader Asari Dokubo was last week at the State House where he held a private meeting with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. After the meeting, Dokubo shared with reporters some of the issues discussed, amongst which were oil theft as well as the incarcerated leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. His remarks about Kanu has generated quite the backlash from major Igbo groups who have wasted no time in roasting the former militant leader. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Nnamdi Kanu, you are a frustrated criminal, economic saboteur. Masob roasts Asari Dokubo. The movement for the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra, Masob, has described former militant leader Asari Dokubo as a frustrated criminal and an economic saboteur who should be ashamed of himself. Masob was reacting to Dokubo's call that President Bola Tinubu should not release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. Recall that Dokubo had asserted while speaking to State House correspondents on Friday that freeing Nnamdi Kanu would be equivalent to endorsing criminal behavior. He contended that Kanu should be held accountable to the law. Dokubo had said his release would fuel impunity. During Hensas, Nnamdi Kanu was walking free. What did he do? He poured petrol on the flames of Hensas. Now he has been caught. What of the people who have died? This is a criminal. He should face the law. Reacting, the leader of Masob, Hussein Amadu, wondered how a man with the illegal possession of general-purpose machine guns and hundreds of AK-47s called Nnamdi Kanu a criminal. According to Madu, Asari Dokubo should be ashamed of himself for biting the finger that fed him by selling his conscience as an object of cheap sabotage against the collective interest of the eastern region in order to get relevance from the federal government. He fought against and killed hundreds of military and other security agents. Asari Dokubo is the criminal, not Nnamdi Kanu. How can a man with illegal possession of general-purpose machine guns and hundreds of AK-47s call a man without a catapult a criminal? Masob wishes to remind Asari Dokubo how himself and his militant criminal boys destroyed and vandalized petroleum pipelines in the name of self-determination agitation for the Ijaw people. Asari Dokubo asking Tinubu not to release Nnamdi Kanu is a direct exposure of the real criminal who should be ignored. Nnamdi Kanu is not a criminal or an inconsequential saboteur like the Muslim perpetual slave called Al-Aji Dokubo Asari. Meanwhile, the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB denounced ex-militant leader Asari Dokubo's advice to President Bola Tinubu regarding the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu, a pro-Biafran leader. The group lambasted Dokubo for suggesting that the president should not release Kanu, suggesting that Dokubo was merely trying to secure an oil contract by using Kanu's name as a bargaining chip. IPOB spokesperson Ima Powerful stated on Sunday, accusing Dokubo of exploiting the situation with Kanu to obtain an oil guard contract from the federal government. The pro-Biafran group argued that Dokubo was primarily focused on securing a contract to protect oil pipelines and infrastructure. Powerful said, Dokubo and others are campaigning for the continuous detention of Nnamdi Kanu in DSS solitary confinement, but they forgot that militancy for monetary gains is in the same category as criminals and arrests. IPOB is not in the league of militants and oil pipeline guards. IPOB stands for freedom for Biafrans, including those on oil pipeline security guards for the oppressors. Unfortunately, those who are supposed to be in the decision-making of the oil explorations in their region are guarding the oil pipelines for the oppressors and their children. Those bent on killing each other for the oil pipeline contracts are in the same way bent on sabotaging those fighting to liberate them from decades of slavery. The IPOB spokesman further advised Dokubo to desist from using Kanu's illegal detention to look for an oil guard contract, adding that Kanu has not destroyed any oil infrastructure, nor has he killed anyone. The statement read in part, Kanu was neither part of Nigerian youth that started the protest against the brutal police SARS during #EndSARS protest, as the insatiable greedy creek pig alleged. Cajoling IPOB leader cannot secure you contract. Instead, that will bring you down. In a sane society, such militants would have been in jail, but Nigeria is a country where thugs, racists, and militants are respected and rewarded better than university professors. We have two sets of militants in Niger Delta. Some are fighting for resource control to better their region, while some are fighting to enrich themselves through federal government-sponsored oil contracts and bunkery as the region is exploited. IPOB is not on the same mission as any of the militant groups. IPOB, headed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is fighting for total emancipation and independence of Biafra, where Biafra resources will be controlled by and used for the Biafrans. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. Also, the Ohanaeze Ndigbo Youth Council Worldwide has slammed former Niger Delta militant leader Asari Dokubo for calling on the continued detention of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Recall that Dokubo had asserted while speaking to State House correspondents on Friday that freeing Nnamdi Kanu would be equivalent to endorsing criminal behavior. But in a statement issued on Sunday by the national president of Ohanaeze Ndigbo Youth Council Worldwide, Mazi Okwu Nnabuike, asked President Bola Tinubu to ignore Dokubo and invite Nnamdi Kanu for a roundtable discussion on peace, while noting that Dokubo was sponsored by those who want to destabilize President Tinubu's government. Okwu said it was unthinkable that at a time many patriotic citizens of the country were thinking of ways to unite the country, Dokubo was busy throwing up ideas that would further divide Nigeria. He said, "We have always known Asari Dokubo as a rabble-rouser who is not interested in the progress and prosperity of this nation. This is a man who had been in the creeks for years, sabotaging the country's economy. We all know what it is to sabotage the economy of a country. What other crime could be more than this?" But curiously, the same man who claims to have repented, even when his boys are still in the creeks, has the temerity to brand Nnamdi Kanu a criminal. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.